These are all the states that have rules of no more than 10. People say, oh, I can't believe the New York rule, no more than 10. Many states have a rule of no more than 10. And by the way, Kentucky just announced they're going to a rule of no more than 8. This is a nationwide problem. I understand that people say, I don't like the restrictions, I have COVID fatigue. How can you say I shouldn't have more than 10 people in your house? Look, the truth is government doesn't have an ability to monitor it. But you want to know what is smart, what is reasonable, what is protective of other people and yourself? This is where the spread is coming from. It's a small gathering spread. We have to communicate this now to people the way we communicated masks. Seemingly the safest place, my home, my table, my family. Yeah, even that place is not safe. And we're going to have a new public education campaign that speaks just to this. This is not government being overly dramatic. These are just facts. And look, I've heard the political back and forth. Oh, this is Democrats saying this. First of all, this is probably the only issue President Trump's people and Joe Biden's people have agreed on. Both of their health advisors say small gatherings are the problem. The CDC, under Trump, the regulation was no more than your household for Thanksgiving. That's what the CDC said. So, all those people who want to say, well, this is political, I'm standing up against it. Your president, President Trump, his administration said do it. And Joe Biden's administration, health advisors, said the same thing. So, whose politics are you playing? If Donald Trump says the CDC mandates it, and Joe Biden's advisors say it's smart, whose politics? Your own politics? You're waving the political flag. Whose flag are you waving? It's agreed to by both. It's a fact of being smart. And luckily, most of us are smart. I had a conversation with someone over the weekend. Well, nobody's going to tell me how many people to have in my house. It's my house. I want to have my family over. I can have my family over. I said, you're right. I said, I'll make a deal with you right now. You do whatever you want in your house. Invite whoever you want. But here's the deal. If somebody gets sick from what you did, you handle it. He said, what do you mean? I said, don't call an ambulance and expose an ambulance driver. Don't go to the hospital and expose a nurse and a doctor and an 1199 worker because you wanted to be reckless. You handle it. Stay at home and take care of yourself. But don't expose people and don't ask people to risk their lives because you undertook risky behavior. Oh, no, I won't agree with that. I said, oh, I see. So you want to be able to behave in a risky way, and then if you get sick, then other people have to risk their lives because you were risky. Is that fair? But that's what they're asking. Well, I'm going to stand up. You want to be a tough guy? Guy being gender neutral? I'll tell you what a tough guy does. Go volunteer in a field hospital in Staten Island and help COVID patients if you're a tough guy. You want to celebrate Thanksgiving? Bring your whole family and your extended family and go volunteer in a hospital and help COVID people. That's how you celebrate Thanksgiving. Don't create more COVID positive people and then expect other people to come to your rescue. That's not the spirit of Thanksgiving. Vaccinations, that is going to be the weapon That is going to be the weapon that will end the war. The only question is when. We're going to be very robust and aggressive on the vaccination program. We're building it around fairness, equity, and safety. We're going to have a very inclusive process. I'm reaching out with other governors to the federal government, which is not now funded, a black, brown, poor community outreach program for the vaccine. Blacks died at twice the rate that whites died. Brown died at 1.5 times the rate that whites died. They are less served by the health care facilities. We need a special outreach effort. Federal government has provided no funding to do that. There are also concerns with the undocumented community that they're not exposing themselves to legal action. So we're working through that. But the vaccine critical mass is still months away. And until the vaccine hits critical mass, keep operating at the maximum safe level. We want the economy open. We want people working at the maximum level that is safe. So to recap, it's about hospital capacity, increase in balance testing, keep schools open, small gatherings are the number one cause, and we have to alert the public. Small gatherings are difficult. It's not about government enforcement. Government is not capable of enforcing what you do in your home. But again, it's people being smart, and we're getting ready for vaccine distribution. Personal opinion, if I have to wager, you'll see these numbers continue to increase all through the holiday season, probably till mid-January. You have not yet seen the effect of Thanksgiving. There will be a lag, and you will see the effect a week out from today. But I expect those numbers will continue to go up. If I'm really going out and on a limb, I would say, guess, you start to see a stabilization mid-January at a higher rate raised by the holiday season. After New Year's starts to settle down, you see the rate stabilize. But the rate will be much higher than it is today. That's why it's about the hospitalizations. You won't see a real end until the vaccine hits critical mass. And I would wager today you won't see that until late spring, early summer. At the current rate, could change. So we have to settle in, but the good news is New York is doing better than almost any other state on the numbers. New York is better prepared than any other state. And it is all in our control. It's not in your control, but it's in our control. This is all a function of human behavior and social action. It's all what we do. If you wanted to get the rate to 0, virtually, you could do it if you all agreed to a certain behavior pattern. We have to work, we have to function, but it's all in our control. Good news, I believe in New Yorkers.